My fiancé thought the call was over. I stayed quiet and learned the truth. We'd been on the phone for 20 minutes discussing wedding venues and his mother's opinions. Then he said goodbye, and I heard the click. Except my phone was still connected. I should have hung up. Instead, I stayed silent, finger hovering over the red button. Finally, his voice came through, muffled but clear. Dude, I thought she'd never stop talking. Another voice, one I recognized as his brother. Still going through with it? What choice do I have? My fiancé, the man who'd proposed 6 months ago with tears in his eyes, laughed. Her dad's firm is the only way I'm making partner before 35. You know how much debt I'm in from law school? This marriage is my golden ticket. My hand started shaking. I pressed the phone harder against my ear. What about Adrian? His brother asked. What about her? She doesn't know anything. Besides, once I make partner, I can file for divorce. Keep her around for 3 years, tops. Long enough to look stable. 3 years. I'd been planning forever. He'd been planning an exit strategy. Cold, man. Even for you. It's practical. Her dad already promised me the Harrison account once we're family. That's 7 figures annually. I can deal with her boring dinner parties and her obsession with having matching towels for that kind of money. I hung up then. Sat in my car outside the grocery store for 30 minutes. I drove to my parents' house. Dad was in his study, reading contracts. I didn't tell him what I'd heard. Instead, I asked about his firm's upcoming projects, specifically the Harrison account. He explained it was the biggest deal he'd landed in 15 years, retirement security for him and mom. I'm giving it to your future husband, he said proudly. Welcome to the family gift. I nodded and went home. For 3 days, I acted completely normal, planning our engagement party, discussing honeymoon destinations, smiling when he kissed me goodnight. Meanwhile, I started asking Dad questions, innocent ones, about the Harrison account timeline, about their concerns and pain points. I'd bring him coffee in his study and ask how the pitch was going, what made this deal special. He was thrilled I was taking interest in his work, practically glowed as he explained their strategy, their competitive advantages, the exact numbers that would seal the deal. I recorded every word on my phone. Dad's main competitor, Victoria, had been trying to poach the Harrison account for months. I arranged a meeting, gave her everything she needed, Dad's projections, timeline weaknesses, the exact pitch he was planning. She called me ruthless. I called it insurance. Victoria won the account 2 weeks later. Dad was devastated, but bounced back with other contracts. His retirement was delayed, not destroyed. My fiancé, however, spiraled. Without the Harrison account dangling as a carrot, he became distant, irritable. He started picking fights about the wedding, questioning if we were rushing things. Finally, he sat me down. I think we should postpone, maybe indefinitely. Because my dad lost the Harrison account, I asked sweetly. His face went pale. It's okay, I interrupted. I actually agree. I don't think we're right for each other. The relief in his eyes was almost funny. We broke up that night. He never knew I'd heard that phone call, never suspected I'd torpedoed his plan. 6 months later, I heard he'd quit the firm, crushed under his student debt with no marriage shortcut in sight. Sometimes I wonder if I should feel guilty. Then I remember his voice, calculating how long he'd have to pretend to love me, and I sleep just fine.